Hi, and today at Commizen Dojo, we will be talking about fluid friction. Now, when I say fluid friction, what do you mean by the term fluid? Well, a fluid is a substance that can move easily and change its shape. So, from this, what instantly comes to your mind? Well, of course, liquids, isn't it? Liquids like your water, for instance. Now, water, it can move easily, it flows easily. And water, it also doesn't have a definite shape. So if your water is kept in a glass, then it will take the shape of a glass. If it's kept in a bucket, then water will take the shape of a bucket. But what about gases? What about gases? Gases like your air. Doesn't air move easily around you? Doesn't air move easily? And air also doesn't have a definite shape. So from this, what I can say is both liquids and gases are fluids. Both liquids and gases are fluids. Now that we know what a fluid is, let's get to the topic. Now tell me something. Have you ever tried to ride your bicycle on a windy day? Let's say you have a cycle, something like this over here. So let's say you're riding your bicycle towards the right, like this. And on the other hand, the wind, it is blowing towards the left. So over here what I can say is you're riding your bicycle against the wind. Now when you are riding a bicycle against the wind, what do you think will happen? Well, of course, your bicycle, it will start to slow down, isn't it? And you will also have to pedal harder in order to reach your destination. Fine, and let's write wind over here. Great, now this is one example. Let's take up another. Now tell me something. Have you ever tried walking in water? Now let's say you are at a swimming pool. And in the swimming pool, have you ever tried walking when it is filled with water? Well, if you have been to a swimming pool, we all have tried walking in water. Now when you try to walk in water, you walk extremely slowly. So when you walk in water, you're walking extremely slowly. Now let's come back to a first example. So over here, if you take a look, wind, my friend, it is slowing our bicycle down. Wind is slowing our bicycle down. And from here, wind is also acting opposite to the direction in which a bicycle is moving. A bicycle is moving towards the right and wind is blowing towards the left. Now wind is slowing a bicycle down and it is acting opposite to it. Doesn't this sound familiar and similar to friction? Now what does friction do? Well, friction slows an object down and it acts opposite to it. Wait a second, this is exactly what friction is. So over here, my friend, what I can say is wind. Wind is applying friction on a bicycle. Wind is applying friction on a bicycle. And from here, what I can say over here, and the second example is water. Water is applying friction on us, which is slowing us down. That's why we are walking slowly in water. Great. And tell me something. Over here, isn't water a fluid? Water is a liquid and liquid is a fluid. So water is a fluid. And over here, wind, it is just moving air. Wind is just moving air. And what is air? Air is a fluid. So what I can say, the friction applied by fluids like your wind and water, friction applied by fluids, that friction is called fluid friction. That friction is called fluid friction. And another term for fluid friction is drag. So instead of calling it fluid friction, I can say drag. No, drag me down. Now that we know what fluid friction is, let's take a look at a more bookish definition of friction. So right here, fluid friction is the friction exerted by fluids on moving objects. So this is what fluid friction is. So today we learned what fluid friction is. I hope you understood everything. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.